Yeah, you just pull it back.
Just pull it.
There you
Nice
go.
and slow.
Hey, not too bad.
Kevin is crossing continents from Beijing, China to London, England.
London is so out and open and as a gay man. I think London will be where I can be who I was meant to be. I'm not 100% vibing with everything here.
As impulsive as he is, I want to make sure Kevin doesn't overspend.
I love all the windows.
But definitely make sure you leave yourself enough funds to enjoy the city.
Your voice of reason is already turning us against this property, Kevin.
But ultimately, it's my decision. Hey, how are you?
Not too bad yourself.
Doing well.
320.
Alrighty. I am originally from Durham, North Carolina. After university, I backpacked across Europe, and London was my last stop. That was the time that I really fell in love with the city. London is so out and open, and I was able to explore lots more social situations as a gay man.
There you go.
Thank you. Have a good day. Take care.
Later.
Kevin spent years establishing himself as a school counselor in North Carolina, but always dreamt of living in London.
Somebody said, you know, you can be a counselor anywhere in the world. So I started looking and got my first position at Western Academy of Beijing and spent 2 years there, and then found there was a position open in London, and I think that finding a relationship would be easier here than it would have been in Beijing. So I think London will be a place where I can be the person who I was meant to be. I'm like at least 8 hours
I know,
closer.
so much closer. Kevin and I have been best friends for 25 years. We went to college together. Having lived in the same city as him several times throughout our friendship, I've tried to be there as a little bit of a different perspective, adding a voice of reason. And he is a single guy. I personally would love to see him get out, meet a lot of new friends, be social.
The thing I love about London is that in the middle of the city, there's all these green spaces. And this is actually really close. It's about 20 minutes away from the new school that I'm going to be working
great.
at. In Beijing, I was compensated well. I led a pretty comfortable life. The cost of living in London is much higher. Flats seem to be very expensive, so I'm really going to need to manage my money a little bit better.
London is a fabulous, dynamic city. We've got people here from all over the globe. Nice big LGBT community. It's a really good place to live your life to the full. So I'm thinking he's going to feel quite at home. Okay. What size apartment are you looking for?
I mean, I'd like a one-bedroom, a separate bathroom, so that if I have guests, we can come and go into the bathroom without having to disturb each other. I guess I really want to have a short commute to work.
Definitely something in the thick of things. You know, Kevin is single, he's in a new city. I would love for him to take advantage of what that has to offer. The only other thing, though, is I want to make sure Kevin doesn't overspend, because he is in London. So I want to make sure he's able to take advantage of the city and everything it has to offer.
It's very good advice from your best friend, John, isn't it? What sort of money are we looking at?
The highest amount that I'm willing to spend is $1,700.
You know, price is going to be an issue, I think, because London is so expensive. I'm worried that Kevin's being a little bit unrealistic, but he's pretty flexible about areas, so I've got lots to work with. I've brought you to Fulham in West London, which is a place where you're going to hear quite a few American accents, actually.
Okay.
So I hope you'll feel at home
Oh,
here.
yeah.
And look, we've got this very cute street.
This road is amazing. It's beautiful. It's kind of exactly like I pictured London would look.
Fulham is a wonderful neighbourhood. It's got these beautiful Victorian houses. It's actually iconic London. Now, I brought you to see this one-bed, one-bath apartment. It's a little bit pricey, though, because Fulham is expensive. It's $2,000.
How far are we from the nearest underground station?
We're about 10 minutes from Parsons Green Tube Station, and it's about a 50-minute commute to school.
That's a long commute, and definitely make sure you leave yourself enough funds to enjoy the city.
Your voice of reason is already turning us against this property, Kevin.
Ultimately, I guess it's my decision.
Now, what do you think of this lovely living room?
Oh, wow. Oh.
It's quite lightly furnished,
Yeah.
and you can certainly add to the furniture.
I like the floor.
It's a nice open space. I think the light coming from outside is great.
Okay, oh, good.
And I really like the outdoor area.
This is great, isn't it? I mean, it's so wonderful to have this full-length patio space. It's lovely, isn't it? I mean, obviously, it's a bit of a gruesome day today, but on a nice sunny day, which we do have quite often in London, this living room would just spread out into the patio.
I love that. Yeah. I mean, I think maybe I would need to clean it up a little bit. It's a bit shrubby, but yeah, I like that.
Great. Let's go through and have a look at the kitchen.
Okay. I love the floor.
Spectacular, isn't it?
It's so unique.
It's very special. It's a cool tile. I like
Yeah.
that feature.
And I love the stove top. That's something I could handle. In Beijing, I had a gas stove, and I had a bit of trouble using it, so to come back to this would be great.
Yes, it's nice and easy to clean as well, isn't it? And John, just next to you is the all-important dishwasher.
Oh, wow.
Yay!
There you go.
Oh, I'm sold.
Let me get the contract. What do you think of the bedroom, guys?
Well, I like the size.
It's a great size. Nice
Yeah.
and big.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? You've got plenty of space here for a double bed. It's nice and light with that lovely big sash window.
Is that a closet over there?
That's more closet space in there,
Okay.
yes, yeah. Now, you've got an ensuite bathroom here.
Okay. Well, that's the only one that we have in the apartment?
It is, yes. It does mean if you've got guests, John, in the living room, you would have to come through this bedroom to get to the bathroom.
How do you feel about that?
Okay. If there was one thing about this apartment that I really am not a big fan of, it's the bathroom. I like the space, although the layout itself I'm not too excited about because of the bathroom in the bedroom. That's going to be an issue for guests. I love the kitchen. The dishwasher and the stove are bonuses for me.
You've got the outdoor space, which is fantastic. I mean, it's nice and big and airy. I think plenty of space for guests. Neighborhood seems nice, but a little quiet. I'd love to see Kevin somewhere a little more active, where there's more going on and maybe he can get involved in.
$2,000, it's definitely over my price range. And I think the commute is a concern for me. If we could get a little closer to my work, that would be great.
As you can see, we've got lots of bars and restaurants and grocery stores nearby.
It's the bustling location Kevin and John want, but
There are one or two things that aren't quite right.
All of that activity makes it really loud.
It's back to the rubber gloves, I'm afraid.
Oh my goodness.
I'm Christine.
What is this place?
I thought it might be fun to come here and just kind of get some ideas for decoration.
I should have known. You always find these really cool places.
Oh, the God Save the Queen. I think this might be my favorite.
It doesn't get any more British than that. God save the Queen, right?
Kevin is chasing a dream and finding himself with a long-anticipated move to London.
I love to decorate and to make a space my own.
To remember today. Here we go. Got it.
My expectation for living in London is to be able to enjoy the city that I live in, but I'm worried about cost of living here. In Beijing, the school paid for my flat. I didn't have to worry about the rent every month. My biggest challenge is making sure that I am not digging a hole for myself financially.
We've got to get a picture of you under this sign over here.
I don't know, do people call me trouble?
Kevin's taking a little bit of a pay cut to move to London, and as impulsive as he is sometimes with his moves, I want to make sure he's not that impulsive when he chooses a place to live. Adding a little bit of a voice of reason, making sure Kevin is thinking through all the different elements of this move.
What brought you two together? Because you've been good friends for years, haven't you?
Kevin and I actually met over 25 years ago on campus when we were students.
Yeah.
I was actually Kevin's boss for a summer.
How was that, Kevin?
He's a good boss.
Is he?
Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely.
He's got that kind of authoritative thing about him,
But
hasn't
so
he?
gentle.
Yes, yeah. Marvellous
was-
combination.
If it were up to me to find Kevin's place for his personality, being a single guy, being in a city like London, I would certainly want to find something where there's a lot of energy, a lot of opportunities for him to meet people and have a lot of social activity.
What's like a good night out?
Oh, what would you say?
Well, it's a lot different now than when we were 20 in college.
Okay. But we won't go there. I've brought you to Hampstead in North London. Beautiful, bohemian, artsy neighbourhood. Just to add to that, we've got this wonderful Hampstead Heath nearby, which is 790 hectares of parkland. I've brought you to see a one-bed, one-bath apartment at $1,800.
And this has a great kind of fun charm to it. Tell me, though, a little bit more about the commute.
It's less than 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
The area is really active, which is, I think, a great thing for Kevin. But all of that activity makes it really loud, especially with the buses here and all the cars. Do you think he'll be able to hear all that noise in the apartment?
There's double glazing in the apartment, so hopefully that should keep a lot of the noise out. Let's go in and have a look. Now we've got a really lovely, light, bright space here.
I love all the windows.
Well, it's because we're on the kind of corner of the building. You know, you get these three at the front and the one at the side. It's nicely done, isn't it?
Yeah, even on kind of a dreary day, there's still a lot of light coming in.
It's very London, the views. I
Yes,
feel like I'm
it's
right
true.
in London.
Now, you've got this lounge area. It does come with this sofa, which, as you can see, is kind of John's size, I think.
See. Yeah, this would work. This is great. It's great size.
We have John's seal of approval. I do like all of the storage, and I do like how this kind of opens up to the rest of the apartment, but what I don't see is a dishwasher.
Yes, I need to break the news to you, Kevin, that there is no dishwasher in this apartment. So it's back to the rubber gloves, I'm afraid.
Oh my goodness.
Dishwasher devastation. It's a bit over the top, isn't it, really? I don't know why he's so keen on having a dishwasher. Come through to the bathroom.
Oh. Wow, very unique layout.
Yes, I mean, because we're on the corner of a building, it's a little bit awkward, isn't it? But, you know, you've got everything you need.
Yeah.
Heated towel rail.
Oh.
Did you have one in Beijing?
No, I didn't have a towel rack at all in Beijing.
It's a bit of a British idiosyncrasy. We tend to have heated towel rails here.
Oh, that's very fancy.
Thou shalt have warm towels, Kevin.
Excellent. Oh, okay. Interesting. It's a bit smaller maybe than I would have liked.
It is a slightly awkward sized room, isn't it? But they've used this space quite cleverly. And another nice big double glazed sash window.
Okay. I'm not so sure about the view. It's not as nice as in the other part of the apartment.
But the view is probably more important than the main area.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like being able to see all of the different shops, and I can just look outside and point to a restaurant that I might really enjoy exploring that night. I like the fact that it's an open layout. Even though I like this space, I felt like the bedroom was very small and the view is not great.
I do have some concerns. It's still a little noisy. There's a lot of activity out there. I would love to find that balance between somewhere that there is a lot to do, steps outside the apartment, but once you're inside, it's a respite, and you feel like you've stepped away from the city and have a little bit of peace and quiet.
I like where we're going, but if we could find maybe one apartment that is actually at or under my price range, that would be great.
I need to keep a close eye on how much money we're going to be spending. So this apartment is a tad grungier, but it is a little bit cheaper here at $1,600.
It's an okay view, but again, not great.
I can't get you everything. I'm trying my best, Kevin.
When in London, why not have a real London pint? How
That's
about
what I
hand-poured
thought
ale?
exactly. That'd be great.
Sounds
Brilliant.
good to me.
No worries.
Just a hand pump?
It's a hand
Different than a...
Yes, proper
Okay, I
traditional
need-
cask ale. So how about you guys come and try and pour one yourself?
You gotta go do that.
When in London.
Try.
There you
Nice
go.
and slow, and then push it back forward again.
Now that you're gonna be hanging out at pubs on Saturdays, are you gonna become a soccer fan?
Yeah, I think so. I think that I've chosen a team.
Which one team is that?
I think it's the Hotspurs, and I'm not really sure if they're great, but I do like the color of their outfits or their uniforms.
Well, I'll drink a warm beer to that.
Kevin's wanderlust has led him to London, England.
I feel like I'm a global citizen now that I've lived in Beijing for 2 years. The dream was to be in London, but London is expensive, and I imagine the less I spend, the further out I'm gonna be.
Now, I've brought you to Camden in North London. This is a real hip, trendy area, which has a really nice mix of lively bars, restaurants, but also some quiet nooks and crannies. Camden is a tad grungier than Hampstead, so we're a little bit cheaper here, and it certainly gives a bit more flexibility in terms of money for going out and meeting new people.
I have definitely heard of Camden.
It's quite a special little corner of London. And look at this lovely little street as well. We've got these industrial units that have been repurposed into residential flats. We've got a one-bed, one-bath apartment here, and this is a steal at $1,600.
Wow. That sounds great.
That's really good.
For this close in central London.
Yeah.
You've got a tube station a stone's throw over there, which is really fabulous. So it's going to be about less than 30 minutes to work.
It's really good.
So a lot of things going on, but you come around this corner, it's nice and quiet here on this block. and I
It's a
think
good
Kevin can
balance,
rest.
isn't it?
Oh, my word.
wow. This looks great.
Oh,
This is a very urban space. It's like a loft.
yes. I kind of like the whole feel. Just such a cool style.
You know, open concept, and you've got these nice big steels in here, which makes it feel industrial. Two of you could be on John's shoulders here and not touch the ceiling.
Agreed, agreed. It's great to see the light coming in.
Now, those are interesting windows. They look like carriage doors. Do they open?
They do, yes. I mean, they're part of the kind of industrial warehouse features.
Oh, cool.
Oh, very cool.
So, you know, on a warm summer's day, you can lean out here and enjoy a bit of
It's a great way to get some air in.
And if guests can't find me, I can lean out and say, hello.
Absolutely.
Over here.
And let's have a look at the kitchen. We've got all of the appliances you need. And then guess what we've got here? Ta-da! It's a dishwasher!
Dishwasher. Good job, Richard.
Full size.
Full-size
Full-size
dishwasher.
dishwasher.
You could almost climb in there, look. Now, this is a nice big bedroom, guys. You've got great ceiling height again. You've got some storage up there as well as the storage here, so it's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's a bit plain, and it doesn't really flow with the rest of the apartment. We had that industrial look out there, and then it's kind of...
Yeah, it's functional, but I don't think it brings a lot of the character in from the other space.
I'm looking out of the windows, and it's an okay view, but again, not great.
It's true, we haven't got rows of Victorian houses out there. I can't get you everything. I'm trying my best, Kevin.
Well, I guess, can we look at the bathroom?
Yes, go on then.
Wow.
Well, Richard, I feel like they stopped with the renovation here.
This is problematic for someone like me. I don't know that I can fit in here.
I think we just might have to prize you out of there.
I'm not sure how I feel about this, Richard. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like the very cool factor of the main space has really dropped off back here.
I'm a bit disappointed. The style, the kind of lofty, warehousey style is really, really, really cool, and I can see this place opening up for entertainment.
You know I love the price of the unit. It's well within Kevin's range that he was looking for, but I have serious concerns about the bedroom and especially that bathroom.
The more I think about it, the more I think, I don't know, I'm not 100% vibing with everything here.
I'm trying to keep you young, though.
Oh, I do appreciate that.
Well, lots of thinking to be done, and thank goodness you've got John with you.
This is Kevin's decision ultimately, and I just want to help him make the right one.
Isn't he a great friend?
He is wonderful. I want him. Can I have him when you finish with him?
For a day.
Okay. I don't blame Kevin wanting to tick all of his boxes, but London is an expensive city. John's like that kind of big brother figure, really. So I think John's going to be very good at reining him in.
I wouldn't be doing my job if
I just don't know what to do. This is one of the things I love about London is even though we're in the middle of a city, you can see all of the green space.
beautiful.
Kevin is saying goodbye to Beijing for a place close to his new job in London. But the high cost of living is limiting his options.
What's going through your head?
Let's start with the first one. The price, definitely over what I'm wanting to spend.
It was very expensive.
Yeah, it was. The area was okay.
Pretty quiet.
Yeah, pretty quiet and not much going on around there. It's too expensive and really am not a big fan of the bathroom being in the bedroom. And, you know, the more that I think about it, I really do not want anybody knocking on the door at 6 or 7 in the morning.
I agree.
Somebody needs to use the bathroom.
That was awkward.
Yeah, really weird.
How about the charming apartment in Hampstead?
Yeah.
A little bit more than you wanted to spend. Tons of stuff right outside the door, the red double-decker buses going back and forth. But it was also really noisy. No dishwasher. But it did have that quiet bedroom in the back, so it was away from the noise, away from the common area.
And then, you know, don't forget the industrial loft in Camden, which is a really fun area. The price was amazing.
That would give you a lot of spending money to enjoy London.
That's true. The first half that we looked at was really nice, but then the second half kind of fell really flat.
Yeah, I agree. That bathroom and the shower for me would be problematic. We're down to 2 apartments, the warehouse loft in Camden, which is $1,600 a month. Then you've got that English Charmer in Hampstead, which is $1,800 a month.
The warehouse in Camden has such great curb appeal, and then it's so dramatic when you walk up the stairs and see that really open, inviting space. The English Charmer, because of the location, it's easy for me to get to work. I think it's maybe a 20-minute commute, which is perfect. I love the layout. I think it's perfect for guests and for entertaining.
The industrial loft, I think it's a good option. This one is less than you're looking to spend. That does give you some extra funds.
And to be really honest, Camden is great, but it's just not my style, and I'm just not 100% sold on that one. I really like the Hampstead apartment. It's a place that I feel like I can really make my own. I feel good about the English Charmer, and that's the one that I want to go with.
Congratulations.
Well, you know what we need to do now that we made a decision?
Oh, no.
We dance.
Okay.
Busy day today?
Yeah, always. I love living in London. I do still miss Beijing, but I'm really happy with my job. I feel really connected to the people that work there. It's been a great transition.
How are you, mate?
Hey, how are you?
It's ATP then.
And I'm really loving getting to know people who are native to London so that they can kind of help me learn what it means to live and be a place. You never know how much you can grow from an experience until you try it. So put yourself out there and enjoy what life has to offer and what the world has to offer.